So some things I'm going to share to you today with my friend is that he has life experience. Mainly, I'd like to share life facts, his preferences to things in life, and a few fun facts about Eugene. Eugene is 30 years old, single, and he was married at one time, but it fell through and he regrets ever getting married to begin with. His current employment is unemployed, and he is retraining here at Clover Park Tech in the HVAC system program. He worked before he came here, he was a med tech, and he enjoyed being a med tech because he got to do lots of hands-on work and really got to use the education that he had earned from the school he went to before. But eventually he just started not liking it because it was too gruesome, and after seeing people smashed into concrete and all kinds of crazy stuff, eventually your mind just can't take much more of that and you start to retrain, which is what he's doing here as a med tech. He was a military brat and was born in San Diego, which is his favorite place to live. He wishes he could go back there. He is Hispanic. And a few preferences that he enjoys is playing music. Guitar is like his life. He's in a band, he plays a Taste of Tacoma and all kinds of events, and I'm sure you guys have heard of him. And this is one of his heroes, Steve Vai, playing I Know You're Here, which is the type of music that he plays. That's Steve Vai. It's a triple neck guitar. Yeah. One for higher tuning, one for 12 string for finger picking. The center one is a normal 6 string and the bottom's a fretless. It's used for playing progressive rock, which is what Eugene Dean, the person I interviewed, enjoys the most. Wanted to be here today to actually play music like this for you live, but his equipment wasn't able to get here. He's been playing for about 6 years and plays in a band just like this and has played studio music. Steve Vai is a good enough guitar player that he plays with different people each time because he's in the main light, and Eugene has played as a studio rhythm guitarist for guitarists like this. It picks up. And you'll hear here in a minute what Steve Vai is doing, which is also what Eugene likes to do. He has a loop pedal, so he'll play something like he is right now, and it will record it, and then you can click on the pedal and see how it's playing it right now without him playing anything. And now he can play something else on another neck to go with it, and this is what Eugene does. And that's also his favorite guitar, which is a fretless. For those of you guys that know guitars, the little bumps and squares that I showed you during my demonstration, well, there isn't, there's just lines. I'll skip forward to a little bit more of a type of music that Eugene likes to play. Oh, it's not even going. Hold on. That's the type of music that he likes to play on guitars. A little bit more preferences about him. His preference towards cars, which is the one he drives currently, is a 2000 Mazda Protege. If that's how you pronounce it correctly. Protege. His main preference is having money. He wants more of it. He strives to get more of it, and he reaches his goal of getting more of it by playing music like this in a band. The food that he prefers is going to be, I just wrote it down, chicken enchiladas and lasagna. As I said, his favorite music is rock guitar, and type of rock guitar is progressive rock. And his favorite movie is Crossroads. A few fun facts about Gene is he said that he never had an official home. He was an Army brat, so he moved around a lot. But if he were to call somewhere his home, he'd call it San Diego. If he could take 3 things to a desert island to survive with for a year, he would take a girl, obviously for helping move wood and create camp. He would take a guitar with him because that's his life, and he wouldn't be able to survive without a guitar, and he would have to bring some form of music that he could listen to while helping move wood. His most defining moment is when he was 15. When he was 15, his most defining moment is he got an electric guitar for his birthday, and he had wanted an electric guitar for his whole life until he was really very young, and his family finally threw the extra money to get him the guitar from the pawn shop, and that's when he started playing. So that was his most defining moment, and that was 22 years ago. If he could do anything more, he would spend more time with his grandma, or would have spent more time with his grandma before she passed away. He didn't really know her very often, or very much, but he hears really good things. I asked him, "Who are you, really?" And he said, "Just a guy trying to succeed in life." And I admire that because I am doing the same. He also said who he is really is a musician, obviously by the music. And if he could get married again, he would get married again, but he would take a lot more time deciding who he was going to marry and not just jump right into it. So here's Mercedes from Steph.
Okay, as Josh explained, he interviewed Eugene, and me and Eugene had nothing in common at all. So I interviewed Stephen Johnson. He has a little bit more like, I guess, ghetto. He had a little more hip-hop attitude with him. He had a very I don't care attitude, and that sounds bad, but it was kind of nice. But he seems to be getting everything in his life in order. 3 things I want to tell you about is his past, present, and future. Stephen has a detailed past. He was born in Virginia on August 27th, 1983 to Eric and Kim Johnson. He is a mix of Korean and black, which makes him very close to his roots. He was an Army brat, and he moved around a lot. He lived in Texas, Virginia, Idaho, Washington, and California. Even though he has moved around a lot, he always will call Virginia his home. He went to Clover Park High School here in Lakewood and has stayed here off and on ever since. He used to be an asphalt layer and a construction worker, but he wants a more steady and demanding job. He says he will always learn from his past and to help his present and future life. He is now 27 years old, divorced, and has 2 kids. He has a total of 3 siblings, 2 brothers and 1 sister. He is currently going to Clover Park for pharmacy technician, and he chose pharmacy technician because of job security and the need of it. The most defining moment in his life was the birth of his children. Although his ex-wife gave him the most